I think the following is incredibly important for MBA students to understand when they look at doing an MBA and getting the biggest kick they can out of doing the MBA. One thing that we tend to see is the following. When MBA students do an MBA, the salaries on average double, roughly. Salaries double. So you get that kick. If on average the salaries are doubling, some students are going to see a much higher increase and other students are going to see a lower increase. But on average, the salaries will double. What is it about the student experience that helps explain who gets the biggest lift? The evidence indicates there are 3 factors that explain very well who gets the biggest kick as a result of doing an MBA. And when I talk about kick, I'm talking about salary. It must be noted there are many different ways that someone could measure success or the impact of doing an MBA. It could be position, it could be changing careers, but I'm going to focus on income for a minute when you think about ROI financially. The 3 factors that matter most. Number 1, grades. Grades matter. The top consulting firms often don't look at students if they're not on the dean's list. But not all students are going to get an A average. So the key thing to understand is students need to do the best that they can do. Because when your grades are the highest that they can be, that's going to help you. But there are 2 other factors that are, I would say, equally important. Because if you have terrific grades, but have poor interpersonal skills, or have poorly developed networks, those grades will not carry you nearly as far. So the key thing to think about when you do your MBA, and you think about your MBA experience, is developing this portfolio of skills. This portfolio of skills, grades, interpersonal skills, and networks, they all matter. So my advice to students, the following. Number 1, you want to choose the very best school that you can get into when you do your MBA. Second one, you do not want to take into account cost as the major factor. When you look at the returns, and on average, incomes double as a result of doing an MBA, when you look at the tuition, that shouldn't be the deciding factor. If you're choosing school based on tuition, I think you're making a mistake. You're certainly making a financial mistake. Third, you look at the factors that drive success in MBA programs. And the 3 factors that drive success: grades, interpersonal skills, and networks. And one needs to develop a portfolio of all 3 of these in order to get the maximum lift that results from an MBA.